back in the shop. Wonderful effects of doing your own camera work. Okay. We'll try something new today. I am going to try to make some couple of gifts for this week. Take to work for they're doing actually doing dirty Santa, but I'm gonna make a somewhat nice gift. I'll try to see how it comes out, and also make something for somebody that's retiring. So let's get started on see how this works out. I've marked off 14 inches of this. This rod is 5/16 rod, or I think that's about 7 millimeters roughly. And I've got 14 inches, which I think is 33 centimeters, 330 millimeters. If you're wondering why I'm using a hacksaw when I've got cut-off wheels and everything else, is when I was cutting some other steel for another project in a previous video, I used a cut-off wheel. It took almost twice as long to cut it off than the hacksaw. So go figure. So let's light up the forge, throw this in there, and see if we can make it into something. Yeah, cheap. I've got my forge lighter, which I'll try to link. Would that be up here? I think it's up here in this section. I'll try to link it. I made this real quick. I mean, I just threw it together. It's just bent over enough to hold a match, but I can go in at an angle with my hands not right in front of the dragon breath of the forge. But I really ought to get a igniter and all this. I have a little propane burner, but I have to light it. I don't have one of the ones with automatic lighters on it. So I just use that and light it if it'll go out. I'm going to start off by putting a point on it. Pretty much all there is to it. Oh, it's showing up or not. That's all I want. I'm going to isolate back about so far. I think I'm going to make a leaf. Half on, half off blows. And on the edge, a sharper part. Okay, heat it back up. Maybe it'll focus. Anyway, what I did is isolate a chunk for a leaf. I'm necking this back for a stem, and then I'll texture all this to go. When I do my texturing, I have this cheap hammer I bought somewhere, and I put more of a sharp peen in it compared to my regular hammer, you can see. And I use both of these to get a different texture, so it's not all the same. Now when I go to make this leaf, when I go to make this leaf, as you can see, it's more necked in here, and I don't want a cold shut. You don't want a sharp turn there because you get a cold shut. So I'll lay that flat down with the base down and that part up. And I'll start out by making it flat, and then I'm going to switch over and paint it. I gotta get it hot again. Talking cools things off. And then I'll just go right after I do that, I'll make the leaf, and then I'll just go in and I'll start texturing this just randomly like that using both hammers. But I won't bother talking during that time. So I bought these, see the green? These are from Harbor Freight. I have a whole roll of them for like $12 or $14. And I just use them I ground the edge of them so it's rolled. And I use that for texturing. So I'm going to use that for my leaf. So let's get this out. Leaf after I put the little veins in there. I got my high-end texturing 2x4 with 2 little screws in there that fits in here. I'll just drop it in there, and I just use a ball peen hammer. Okay, so let's see. Went about 1.25 inches. Made a mark there. And I want to come to the near side and make it in a little.